Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Merrill's Monday Morning Market Madness. I apologize, I did not do a show last week with it being Memorial Day, and so it's actually been 2 weeks since I have given you all an update, and what an exciting 2 weeks it has been in the Phoenix area housing market. We are down to only 11,907 active listings. That is the lowest we have been since before COVID. There are now 12,505 listings that are pending and under contract. And that's interesting because when I last did the show 2 weeks ago, there were still more active listings than there were pendings. Now, not only do we have more pendings than actives, it's by quite a large margin. It's 600 more pending listings. There are more homes under contract than there are actually available. So when you're driving around and it feels like you're seeing lots of signs in the yard or that kind of thing, just remember over half of all the homes that you're seeing are already under contract to a buyer. The past 30 days, we've had 6,660 listings close in our MLS for a month supply of inventory of 1.79, which continues to decline. Month supply of inventory is a metric that we use to measure kind of the temperature of the market, how high is supply compared to demand. The way I like to think of it is imagine in a world at the pace at which homes are currently selling over the last 30 days, how long would it take before everything on the market right now is sold? And so it would currently take 1.79 months or, 1 month and 3 weeks roughly. And so that is definitely a seller's market. It is a very low month supply of inventory. When we see that, we're traditionally going to see home values rising. Now, the thing is, only 6,660 listings closed in the past 30 days. So that's roughly your number for the month of May. That obviously is way lower than the normal number of closings we would typically see in May. In years past, we would often see somewhere between 9,000 and 10,000 closed listings in the month of May. And, obviously the big reason why that is much lower is not a lot of people are going out buying homes, or at least not as many as usual. We're going out and getting homes under contract in late March and in mid-April. But now, and these numbers don't reflect this yet, other than the pending number that definitely reflects it. We are, you kind of have to be out there on the front lines to really feel what the market is doing right now. It is an absolute frenzy. Almost every home I show has multiple offers, and almost every home I show has multiple parties trying to see the home at the same time. So oftentimes you get there, you have to wait for someone else to finish before you can go in, and then there's other people waiting to come look at it by the time you're finished. I mean, there is just a massive amount of demand right now compared to how many homes are available, and we're seeing a lot of homes, including a few of our own listings, selling over the last 2 weeks, selling above and sometimes significantly above the asking price, multiple offers. So it is really, really competitive. I'm expecting to see the month supply of inventory absolutely plummet over the month of June. And that's because we're going to see the number of closings skyrocket, because with 12,505 listings under contract, we're not going to stay at 6,660 closed in the last 30 days. I expect in June we're probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 8,000 to 9,000 closings is what I'm expecting. And so combine that with the active number of listings dropping, we are going to see a month supply of inventory probably by the end of June, close to like 1.3, 1.2. It's going to be very dramatic. I know that everyone's concern, the question that I am getting the most right now is, what about the economy? What about housing? What about unemployment? Like, what kind of impact is this going to have on house values? Right now, and I think a huge part of it is interest rates, right? Interest rates are so low, buyers can afford more house. And so, and the pent up demand, all the people who couldn't go out and look at homes in March and April, they all seem to be out looking right now at the same time. And so we're seeing a really, really competitive situation, and we're definitely seeing home values rising right now. We'll see what the numbers say by the end of summer, but average home prices are going to have been increasing through all of this. I did create a chart that I'm going to share with you right now, and this is taking a look at the supply, right? In our MLS, the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service, which includes the entire Phoenix metro area, and it also includes like Casa Grande and Florence and Coolidge, and sometimes even some listings in Payson and Flagstaff and Tucson even get listed in our MLS. So it's a big chunk of Arizona, right? And it takes a look at the total number of active listings that we had on the market at any given point through COVID-19. And as you can see, at the lowest point, right at the very beginning of March, before I guess the panic had set in, and inventory had been declining prior to that point, the total number of active listings was right around 10,500, and then obviously by mid-April, we had seen a huge spike. Inventory just kept going higher and higher. Not a lot of homes were selling, and we got all the way up to about 14,500 active listings. But then it really leveled off, and then since then, it has been declining rapidly. As you can see, we're now down to 11,907, and I expect it feels like every day 100 homes go under contract more than what get listed. So I would expect by next Monday we'll be close to low 11,000, and a week after that we might be into the 10,000 range. So we're within probably 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to estimate that our inventory is going to be as low, if not lower, than where we were at the beginning of March. And again, the insanely low interest rates are just absolutely fueling the market and kind of causing a frenzy right now. So, but that's not a bad thing if you're a buyer. Yeah, yes, it's a little bit more competitive, but again, you got to remember the great interest rates helping you be able to afford a great price. And if you're a seller, man, there is just not a lot available out there right now. And so if you are thinking about selling and you want to be able to get top value for your home, now is definitely a great time to do it. So I hope you found this information helpful. I'm going to continue to bring this information to you every week. Appreciate you tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to y'all soon.